Hey guys, here's Louie. Check this out. There's a new bird here in the garage. It's a 1968 Firebird convertible, just like the Lovebird. And this is a special car because it belongs to a YouTube follower of mine's. And he's been following the Lovebird project from the very beginning. And I made the video with the measurements of a convertible. Okay, because myself was looking for a video online and I didn't see no videos online. And like I said before, I have two gentlemen to thank for that. It was Mike from Lake and Lodge Garage. Go check it out on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. And also Jonathan, my Firebird brother. You guys, if you know me and you know Jonathan, you know that me and Jonathan are like brothers. Okay. He also shared with me a whole bunch of measurements, and I took the measurements of Jonathan and I pretty much went with that with the Lovebird. Okay. And it's excellent because you need that reference point to build your car. Now, take this with a little grain of salt. Not every car was built with the exact measurements. But at the end, if you're only about an eighth inch away from those measurements or from the car being squared, you're safe. If you're off anything bigger than that, you have to rethink it, backtrack, and try to fix it. Now, he dropped off the car, all right, to me yesterday afternoon. Him and his wife, beautiful people. They got down and dirty and they helped me put parts away in the the love cage over there, the bird cage, I should say. They checked out the Lovebird. And guys, it's not for me to swell up my head and think that I'm the best of the best, because I would never think that. I'm a big believer. Once you think you know it all or you're the best of the best, you stop learning. And I don't want to stop learning. I want to continue learning. But I am proud of myself to say that I've been showing you good work on these cars and clean work. When you compare the Lovebird to this car, and I believe he named it Ladybird. He could correct me in the comments, but I believe he called it Ladybird. Due to the fact the car is black now because it has like a black e-coat, I was going to call it a Crow, but he has it as Ladybird and it will stay Ladybird. But when you compare the two cars, the workmanship is totally different. I mean, I would never, ever put a car together, and even if it's just in the metal stage, and I would sell it to somebody else the way this guy, whoever the guy was, sold the car to him. Number one, and the most important one, is not safe, okay? And especially for a convertible. You have to remember something. Convertibles doesn't have the roof, okay? Which is a really important structure to keep the car together. This is a convertible. So you're relying on the floor, especially your rockers, your inner outer rockers, okay? And your floor of being a solid welded floor and correctly spaced and all that. I went this morning around the car, and I don't expect everybody to have the trained eyes that I have and also Jonathan has. We've been building these cars on and on and on. It's not my first rodeo. So you guys are not going to have the eyes we have yet. But the more you do it, the more you will. And not only that, because we show what we show, you guys will learn to get the eye that we have of looking and seeing that is not correct. So I saw it real quick, and I'm pretty sure that as I dive into this car, I'm gonna find more mistakes. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the front to the back. So I want to show you guys here. I have a buddy of mine recording me this time, so I'm lucky to show you guys everything. If you want to come around facing this way, but they could see the first thing I'm gonna attack. So I'm gonna treat this car the way I treat my cars. I will be attacking it from the firewall all the way to the back. Okay. It's a sad thing that happened to him hauling this car to Pennsylvania. If you guys see, the top of that fender is dented really bad, and it's because the wind picked up his ratchet that was holding the hood down, opened on him, and the wind blew it up and it slammed on the fender, and the hinges actually broke apart and everything. So he's gonna need hinges, he's gonna need fenders, which he has, and he's gonna need a hood. Okay, and it's sad. It was a nice 400 hood he had on the car, and but it could have been worse. I always say that. So now we're gonna go of what do I see on the convertible that needs to be doctored up. This mounting hole right here for your fender, all right, and those are 3/8-16 threads. There ain't nothing there to bolt on the fender with. Okay, there's no threads, there's nothing. He was telling me he did try and he couldn't get nothing to work. So I'm going to see what I have to do. Even if I have to cut it, insert a nut there and weld it, but we need a nut there. We need something to put a bolt and make the fender solid. Because if you guys know first gen Firebirds, the nose clip is pretty much all bolted on. Okay, from here on, she's welded on from the firewall back. So that's number one. Okay, is what I see that is wrong. This is number one. This have to get fixed. All right. Now, firewall, real cool. You guys know that the VIN number is also up here. I have showed that many times, and there's one down here. And this happens to be a matching numbers car. So that is the 350 that was born with the car and it left the plant with the car. That's numbers matching. All right. Now, as we move down to this, look at how this is open here, allowing moisture to creep inside behind it and give you rust problems. Eventually break the welds and you'll run into trouble again. All this needs to be welded nice and close. Use some seam sealer after cleaning up your welds and grinding down your welds. Like that, moisture won't go behind it no more. Any high spots where the plug on welds was pronounced here, they too pronounced, they way too high. I will start grinding them down. It's a lot of grinding here. I will go through a lot of grinding on this car. All right. But this so far does fit good. Now, the structural part here, we're going to go by. I'm going to get a pointer. Now, if you guys want to see here, the structural part, all right, check that out. There's a whole bunch of wells like this. And look, the pointer actually fits in that hole. He left it open. The guy whoever, the individual that put the car together, left this open. Okay, moisture is going into there. Eventually, will bust that well. So these are all the stuff that Louie got to fix now. Look, check this out. Another hole here. This is supposed to be welded. There's another hole there. Okay, and the gap on this floor, I don't like it at all. Okay, I mean, when I weld the floor to the inner rockers, there ain't no space there. Okay. I do seam seal it for it to look nice and clean, but believe me, mines are tight. And the way I put it tight, I showed you guys before, I weld a bar from here to here all the time. I've been using it since I did the first 68, my white car. Okay. I don't know what system he used, but this is really wide and that's wide. Okay. And I have to close these wells. Look what he did. He spotted it. A spot there, spot well, spot well, spot well. This needs to be doctored up also. And it's really disgusting. When I saw this, I mean, I was upset, and it's not my car. I'm just upset that people do this kind of work. If let's open the door here, and maybe the cameraman will get in here and show you the inside rockers. Look at the inside rockers. Look at that opening that he left here. It's crazy. Look at that. Okay, so he basically, what he did is he stitch weld this, stopped, stitch weld here, stopped, and he left. I mean, this is like, I will call like maybe 3.5 inches of no welding at all, and it goes all the way through the rocker. It goes all the way through. You will back up the camera and I'll show you. It goes all the way through. That's a no-no. I don't like things like that. Also, let me sit here and he'll just be recording where I'm pointing. He just spot weld this. and skipped. Spot weld and skip. Look at those booger welds. They are huge. Okay. Really bad, poor quality work. Look at that. Look at the wiring wire here. He just left it hanging there and forget about it. Let the next guy take care of it. I guess that was the attitude there. Look at this opening here. There's no plug wells here at all holding the floor, the main floor to the transmission tunnel on the firewall. There is no plugs here, no plug welding at all. And the bottom of the car, the convertible has a brace at the bottom of the car. I will take you in the bottom of the car once I'm done doing the top of the car. There's a huge gap there. I think I'm going to have to bust the welds and weld it tight to the floor, to the inner rockers, I should say. The shifter needs to get cut out here. He wants a 4-speed. Actually, there is a 4-speed under here already. All right, that needs to get cut out. That's not a problem. I wish that was the only problem the car has. Let's move to the back. Check this out. You see what I'm talking about? The guy did not weld the inner rockers at all. He just spot them in. Not good. And it's sad to say the same thing happened on that side. That's the same approach he did on that side. And the way I'm going to fix that is welder solid. Grind down my welds if they high, which I doubt it, and seam seal it. Of course, prime it, do all that kind of good stuff, and seam seal it. Really, really bad work there, and I don't like that at all. That's not my style, okay? Here also where the back seat, also look, a hole here, and he just left it open. There's a hole exposed here, okay? It's another hole here exposed. Now, I'm going to back up and show you something else. It's right here. The convertible top is blocking it, but there's a brace here. If you guys saw my video that I actually fabricated this brace because they do not sell it. This brace is hanging. It's not even welded to the car. She's just hanging there. That needs to get welded. Now there's a problem back here. Let's put the cameras facing this way. Here is not bad. This body line could get worked in, okay? And she's a little tight here. This is something normal. You have to fit your panels. I understand that. Okay, but check this out. Look at how the stick goes in here. And he left it like that. The other side is real tight. Now, my buddy Mike from Lake and Lodge, check out his YouTube channel. He did an excellent job building a 67 Firebird convertible. I remember he had this problem, and what he did was he filled it in with a rod, okay? Some welding rod, I believe he used, the welding wire. I'm going to use also a rod and fill that in, close it in for the guy, okay? And make it look way better than this mess here, all right? And then I'll play around with the trunk lid to get the proper body gap. We want 3/16 of an inch. Okay, check this out. Oh, again, the plug wells, they are open. This is just spot, left that open. So basically, he drilled the hole, spot whatever the well was filling in, and didn't care about the rest. Open, 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 open. There's an opening here too. This one is closed. If you see what I'm talking about, see, it's all closed going around. Another bad thing, he left all the wells exposed to moisture. Look at the rust. It's already growing. There's already rust here, rust there. All the plug wells are rusty. That's not the proper way, guys. When you finish plug welding, clean your plug wells and seal them up. So I told him yesterday before he left that this car cannot leave my garage while being all sealed up. He's still responsible of doing the final body work. I'm responsible of making the car safe and sound for him, fixing the boo-boos that the other guy did. I'll clean the wells up. I'll grind the wells as I could grind them down and seal the whole car. Like that moisture won't be a problem to the car no more. Is up to him if he wants me to fill in this originally is with lead. All right, we don't use that style no more. We get a fiberglass filler that is strong and just fill them up and sand them down. I also felt here waviness. Okay, it's really wavy here, and I know why. Because when the guy was fighting the quarter to fit, he distorted the metal here. It's really well wavy here. Okay, that will have to get sanded down and filled in and block sand nice and smooth. Now this number right here, that's 35 and a half inches. Okay, and the way I did my video was I put the tape measure right here inside where the windshield lays down. From here to your wiring gutter, this opening spot right here and the rockers is where your wiring gutters go. So any wires that goes to the back, that's why these tabs are here, is to hold your wires down. So if you could get a straight shot from here going to here, this is what you want to measure on a convertible. Okay. Now Jonathan's was 36. The Lovebird is 36. Okay. And this one is 35 and a half. Now, I know she's a half inch away from the Lovebird, but it would have been real crucial if top over, okay? One side is leaning too forward and one side is leaning too back. But there's an adjustment on that. I'm going to play with the adjustment on the convertible top. And if it does latch on the same level as that one and this one, I won't be touching no frame because honestly, she's not out of whack. It's not really crazy. They both match. And like I said, every car is not going to be 100%, but you don't want this going. What I'm trying to say, these two corners, you don't want this. You don't want this kind of effect on the windshield. You get what I'm trying to say? You want them to both be the same level. And he was really concerned about that. Now, if my camera guy could go in there and show all this, that I'm not lying, it's not welded, solid, and straight. It's just spotted. I mean, spots and gaps. That's what I see here. All right. Spots and gaps all over the place. Okay. I mean, I would never leave a car like that. Now, if my camera guy could just take a nice view of the inside of this car, okay, and how this guy left the wells open and you know all this kind of mess. All right, I'm gonna close the door. Check this out. I know why he did that, because when he cut the original, by the way, these braces here for convertibles, they don't sell them. So if you don't have a donor car, I was lucky to have a donor car because Jonathan from Vinyl Village Garage left it here in PA for me. But if you don't have a donor car, you are not going to get this. You are not going to get that brace either. Also, the brace behind it that I fabricated in my videos. What he did here was, the guy that was building the car, when he cut it, it was either rotted, the part that goes from there to the floor, from there to the rocker, all right, or he just cut it short and made that extension. Well, look at the job there, okay? And I did the same thing. Mine was a little rotted, so I had to add metal. Now, my camera guy is gonna show you the inside of the Lovebird. Look at how clean is my brace. Okay, going to the bottom of this brace on the floor, going to the rocker. Everything is nice and close and sealed the proper way. Okay. Also, the seat risers, his seat risers are not welded to the car at all. He removed them and he gave them to me yesterday. All of this is welded shut, straight across. Nice. Look at the way the floor fits tight to the car. I mean, everything is tight. Even the back where the seat is at in the back. Excuse me. This is the bracket I'm talking about that the man did not weld to the car. This part on the car that I'm gonna be doctoring up is floating. It's actually floating in there. She jiggles. What else? Let me see what else. I know the door here is too tight. I gotta play with the adjustment here on the door. So these are the plans. Let me just run real quick through the plans. I'm gonna doctor up the metal, all the metal work here. Okay, I'm just gonna doctor it up. It's not like I'm building the car from zero. Whatever I see wrong, I'm gonna fix and make it the right way. I'm gonna seal the car. I'll be seam sealing the car. I'll be epoxy priming the car. The next time he's gonna come to get the car, it will have the fuel lines, the brake lines in. He only has one brake line in, and that's the one that goes on the cross member on the front. I'm gonna do all that. He already did a disc brake conversion. I don't know if the car has the brakes done in the back. I will call him and find that out. But honestly, I will leave the car that the only thing needs to be done is to get that engine started. Okay. Get some exhaust. If you want to mail me some exhaust, I'll put that in for him. And honestly, maybe if he spends here, I would say a day or two, and he want to help me, we could actually make this car a driver pretty quick once I am done doctoring everything up. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you before I go underneath the car will be the trunk area. Never ever I seen it, and if anybody else seen it, you guys could leave a comment. But I have pictures of original 1968 Firebird cars, and I never seen the hole down crooked like that. It's supposed to be nice, straight up and down. She's crooked, okay? I can't show you in the Lovebird because I'm actually missing this for the Lovebird. But look at this. This is really cool. So any car in 1968 you see with this, not all of them had it. This means this car was a tire saver car. That means it had a tire saver. It took less space of storage for you could fit more things on your trunk. Okay, not every car had it. Not every 68. Some 68. My Lovebird also had it. He left a screw here, a sheet metal screw that was to hold the panel down for him. He left another screw there. Okay. There's no welds here. Check that out. 1, 2, 3 holes. The third hole having a screw. Okay. None of this, if you guys could see the surface rust, none of it is sealed. It's a shame. And here's where you're going to be plug welding into your rear frame rails. All right. Once that let go, it's really dangerous, you know. So all this needs to be doctored up. Check this out. Oh, let me get the flashlight. Check this out. This is supposed to be plug weld from here. If you guys see my video, I have showing you. Look what the guy did here. He just put spots in between. And in between these two panels, what goes here is a seam sealer. Not welds or nothing like that. Okay. The sad part is this being a convertible, it doesn't have the cocktail shaker brace. He will have to purchase those, bring those to me, and I will have to find a way how to put them in. Missing that is a no-no on a convertible. Okay. That's a no-no. Now I have this number here, 50 and a quarter inch is from here in the middle to that side here. And I measured the Lovebird. That's the measurements I got in the Lovebird. And this one is in range. This is actually nice and even. Okay. And this gutter here is actually still original to the car. All right. The problem, he thought there was a problem with this quarter, is because that big gap, and it looks like it's a huge gap here, and it's a smaller gap there. But it's because the quarter fault the gentleman putting it on, okay, is good. It's not gonna go in anymore, okay? It's just that this, either he was not experienced, and I'm not beating nobody up here. It's just showing you experience, clean work, no experience, or having experience but don't care about your work. Which one is it? I don't know, because I don't know the guy. But this is the problem right here. This needs to be filled in. This needs to be filled in, okay? And maybe what I will do is fill in this side, okay, and see how far I am with the body gap. If I'm extremely off, I don't want to mess with the quarter panel. I might have to mess with the deck lid. But so far, that's what I could see on top of the car. Now check this out, and I'm happy I have this panel available. If I could show you guys this panel right here, okay, that's for that side. Let me get this side. This is the right passenger side. So this panel right here supposed to be plug welded. You're supposed to put some holes, plug weld it, and this gets welded to the outer rockers, okay? It's floating. When I mean floating, there is no welds. And she has a nice gap also. I mean, it might be really tough for me to make it close. We'll see how successful I could be. I hope I be successful. But like I said, the man that put it together just left it like that and sent her way. Check this out. Look at this. He melted through the metal and didn't bother going back and welding it. That will be a simple fix once you have your welder going. He decided not to. Then from here to there, straight away, me and my buddy that's recording me right now was measuring the car. I got 56, okay? I believe the Lovebird is 56 and a quarter, something like that. I don't know from the top of my head. I'm sorry. I apologize, but it's something like that. I know she wasn't too far away, okay? And the doors do close. It's just some of the gaps needs to be doctored up. Like this one, there's no striker or nothing. Look at how wide is the gap. My finger fits through there. Okay. And look at I haven't messed with the Lovebird doors yet. Look at that gap compared to this gap. Okay. Also the fenders, and I get it. Everything is not bolted down. I get it, but all that needs to be doctored up. Now, oh, check this out. While I have somebody to record me, which I really appreciate it. Where is it? Right here. Look at this. Look at this. You see this? This is not good. This is not good. Mine is not like this at all. Okay. Here, the only thing you do is you seam seal it like that. Nothing goes in, and you leave it alone. I don't know why he put wells here, but now I gotta grind that and make that look nice. All right, that's a no-no. That's not good. Okay. And I don't know if it's this side. There's another hole there. There's a hole there. There's another hole there. So I think it's on the other side. Look at this quarter panel. Look what's going on. Something funky is really going on here. He cut it and it's overlap. This is overlapping this, and the quarter panel is inside here. Does the camera pick that up good? All right. You see? Something nasty is there. And I hope I could work my magic and fix it. Let's go on the other side. Exactly the same area. The inside wheelhouse. Check this out. It's not welded at all. He just made holes and did not weld at all. Zero. He welded down here, and that's about it. Then here, it's not closed. The outer rocker. Sorry. This seam feels nice. It looks nice. Now let me see if he did the same thing. See, he did the same thing in here. I don't understand that. Okay. Look at that. This is a structural part that's holding the floor. Look at that weld. There's no weld really holding it. It looks like there's weld holding, but it's not. There's holes all over that weld. Not good. So I have a whole bunch of metal work to do here. What I'm referring to is fix all those plug welds that looks bad. Okay. Clean all the plug welds and seal them up. Any metal that needs to be cut and properly fitted to the car, I need to do that. I won't be touching nothing at all except metal first. I need to get that out. Make sure the car is nice. But it's pretty square from here. The rear seatbelt mounting hole that we put the number 70. We could get that for the 70 and 5/8. It does not match the Lovebird, but I got 70 and 5/8 from that hole to the pillar of the windshield. Also from here, I'm referring to here, guys. You have to measure from here to the seatbelt mounting hole there that you're gonna be screwing in the bolt for the seatbelt. I got the same measurements, 70 and 5/8, which I call it fair because again, they're not out of whack. They match each other. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab the camera and show you guys underneath. I'm sorry I don't have the car up. I will have the car up eventually. Another thing is I let him know I cannot touch this car without making the Lovebird first a driver. I need to have a car that I'm able to drive out the garage. I explained this in another video that there is where I restore cars, not here. Because if I buy something from the house and I need to go through that door, I need to have access in a free space. So I always put a driver on this side. So once I make the Lovebird a driver, I will have her here. When I need to do cutting and welding to this car, I will turn on the Lovebird, drive her outside. As long as it's not raining or snowing, she could stay outside. And when I am done for the day, I bring her back inside, or I could drive her to the bird cage and leave her there. But I cannot have two cars that are rollers and work on two cars that are rollers in my garage because I need access. But I'm gonna grab the camera now and show you guys the bottom of the car. All right, guys. This is the panel I was showing you that needs to be welded to the rocker. My finger fits. It's not flush to the rocker at all. And the person put the holes and did not weld it. And actually, this still looks like the original one. Okay. Then this brace here, that convertible, I don't like the way it fits on the inside of the rocker. It needs to be a little bit more tight. I'll doctor that up. I checked the convertible brace, and the only thing I see wrong here, of course, is that the guy did not seal his wells, so you can see the rust on top of them. But I'm gonna tell you something, it fits the floor pretty damn good. Fits the floor pretty good. All right. And I could see the convertible brace up there also, though it's like not flush with the floor. That needs to get fixed. All right. Now I'm gonna move to the back. So here at the rear of the car, right here in the middle, I made a video of me welding the drive shaft bump stop. Well, guess what? The guy did not bother of taking it away from the car and welded it on. And if that was too far gone, you could actually order them now. He did not weld one at all. It's not there. That needs to be ordered for this car. It's gone. Anything else so far that I could find here? I don't see nothing funny so far. The wells, the plug wells are here. They're pronounced good. Big but over here, they're supposed to be cocktail shakers. Here you go. They're supposed to be cocktail shakers here. There is none. That's gonna be up to me to do. Okay, and if you can see the tail panel, how he left the wells open. No wells there. It's just a hole, another hole, no wells. Those are the things that are wrong with a car like that. All your hard work is gonna go bye bye. So I will do more investigation once I have the car up on the air. I will do more investigation on the bottom. But as of now, that's what I see. And I wanted to share that with everybody, an assessment on this bird. And it's here for Louie to save. You can see the road again. I ain't gonna say I hope. I know I will be successful because I have so much experience in doing these cars. And the more you do it, the better you get. The more knowledge you get. So I know I could save this car. Um, that's it for this project. Hopefully, you guys will stay tuned and see this one being saved also the correct way. Well, guys, like I said, keep your hands dirty, do the best you can in your job, build them the right way, keep them on the road, dirty, and you